everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Coco and this is Coco's Hair Solutions. Today's video is going to look at Danielle by Paula Young in the color Angel's Wing. That's 5660A. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're going to take a look at a wig called Danielle from Paula Young. In the catalog, Paula Young's catalog, this is Danielle right here. And so I think that's the exact same color that I ordered her in. And I purchased her as part of my review of all of the gray colors that Paula Young has. So what we've got is a young lady right here, and she's just waiting to be tried on. Let's look at her cap construction. So what we have is an open cap construction. We have a beautiful wide velveteen band across the hairline right here in the front. We've got open wefts all on the top. Towards the crown, we have some closed lace. So that means we have permatease back here, which allows us to have a lot more lift in our styling. We've got wefts all the way around. We've got an open extended nape as well as Velcro adjusters, which we all like really well. And then we have open ear tabs with metal stays in them. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put her on and we'll talk about the dimensions as I have her on, okay? What I have on right now is Shannon in the color Pecan Delight. And she's a beautiful wig. I've had her, she was one of my first wigs that I purchased. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get Danielle on. All righty, well, she's got lots of length, that's for sure. And I like a little bit of length on my pixies. So I really think this one qualifies as a Bixie. Remember that? Or if you're not familiar with the term, look it up online. You can Google Bixie. And what it is a cross between a pixie and a bob. So we have longer layers and then short all the way around the nape. So let's take a look. I want to see how well she lives up to her reputation here. See if we can't make her look like the picture. Well, I think we're off to a really good start, don't you? So it's supposed to be side swept bangs. And for my forehead, because it's really flat, I generally don't do really good with side swept bangs because everything just falls right in my face. But I think that this is probably going to work. I mean, it looks pretty nice. Let me do a spin right now, just with some finger combing, alrighty? So we'll go around this way. We take a look at the sides and the back. Looks like I've got really good coverage on the nape. Feels really comfortable. The cap is very comfortable. It's at a good size for me. And I love this little fringe that covers the nape a little bit more. Very stylish. You know, the side sweep kind of reminds me of the Hollywood Lights by Jaclyn Smith. You know, it's that same kind of thing, but this is not rooted. This is Angel's Wing. Now, I know Angel's Wing does come in rooted colors, or it's rooted on certain hairstyles, but it's not always available as a rooted hair color. But what that means, it's mixed with the white and the silver. Number 56 is mixed with silver. And so we've got a little bit of brown and a tiny bit of black mixing in everywhere. And of course, if you did want to have the rooting, you could put it in yourself. And of course, there's lots of videos that talk about that. So the profile is wonderful. I can see it from the side here. And it looks like we could keep our bangs this way. You could make them a little bit fuller because remember we have this permatease up here, and if you want to activate it, you can create a little bit different look, you know, a little more angular, having more of a shelf, bringing out those hair fibers, those long fibers. Oh, let's see how long they are, okay? So Danielle is 2.2 ounces. And she's only sold in an average size. So she doesn't come in a petite or a large. The front here is 6 inches long. The top and the crown are all 6.5 inches. The sides are 3.5 inches. The upper back is 4.5 inches. And then the nape is 2 2/4 inch, or 2 1/4 inch. And that's, I love that length on my neck. I like that little bit of extra coverage. So we could, let's try going the other direction. Let's see what happens. So it looks like she could actually go either way if you wanted to. She's kind of a fun style. You know, she can do either way, you know. So what I would probably do is wear her parted going one direction. And then as the fibers get a little bit dull, then flip it over and do the other side. That would be a great way to make your wig last longer. Okay, let's see what else you could do. You could bring the bangs forward, kind of like in a couple of pixie styles. You know, you could even trim the bangs. Let's see, how would that look? I would probably, yeah, in front of the ear, behind the ear. You could trim your bangs and make them a permanent length just to hit your forehead. I'm going to move the forehead up a little bit more. So what I'm doing is I'm lifting it so that it goes back. You can see my wig band. I'm going to pull the bangs back so that they aren't quite so long. And that would, you know, I wouldn't have to trim them. Let me grab a brush. And then I could do just about anything. Okay. So we could bring it all forward, and actually, you know, if you really wanted to, we could piece out these little sideburn areas. This looks like Carol Channing. Does anybody get that? Anyway, so, oh my gosh, this is fun. I really like her. I wonder, okay, she comes in 22 different colors. So that's fabulous. We could get her in any color you want, just about. So, oh, this is a fun wig. And of course, yeah, wasn't sure how she was going to look, but when I looked at the measurements and I read the dimensions, you know, the 3.5 over on the sides, the 4.5 and 6.5, and oh my gosh, I thought, this we could do something with. I could probably feel comfortable, and especially with the longer nape. It's just so comfortable, and it's a trendy, fun Bixie. It really is. We could do all kinds of fun things. And of course, we've got headbands we can add to her. We can add pins and clips and all different kinds of things. So, you know, okay, let's see if we can make it go back. We made everything come forward. We had it swept to the side. Let's go back. Let's see what we're going to do. See if we make it up. Well, Well, we certainly could get a lot of height, couldn't we? Lots of height up here. Let's see. We still got to cover my face. But what about taking and raking my hands back? Well, you could use, I mean, it's definitely a possibility. Giving more height, adding, and of course you could always tease. We can take your teasing brush or teasing comb and add a little bit more teasing here to lift everything up, and maybe even just leave it kind of messy. And you know, those kinds of looks are really trendy right now, and they're just kind of fun. And especially if you have enough hair to camouflage it. And I love the longer bangs. Yeah, I just think they're so pretty. Well, nice big pair of earrings and a beautiful necklace. You're ready to go anywhere. So you could tame this down or spike it up. Oh, speaking of spiking, let's add some water and see what happens to her, okay? We already know she looks good a bunch of different ways. That makes the piecing even more distinct. And you could add wave. Can you see how I'm adding a little bit of wave? You could put this on a mannequin head and style it, and then spray it, and then put it on. Oh, how fun. I like this one. I don't know. Well, anyway, maybe I ought to go have dinner. So anyway, but that is just, it's a lot of fun. I think this one's a keeper. What about you? What do you think? Is she for you? Maybe in another color. You know, she might be fun in one of them really pretty reds. What do you think? Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Well, I think we've played enough with this young lady. I'm going to get her off and move on. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. Thank you so much for joining me. We will see you next time on Coco's Hair Solutions. Bye-bye.